Internet's to catch up to where we are. And we are live, everybody. Welcome to episode 5 of the Level Up Your Wealth podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Marcus Howard. I'm thrilled to share that I just launched a new training, a free training to help you understand how to level up your brand engagement with video games. So if you see that link at the bottom, bit.ly/game driven brand growth. It's a free training. You'll get a ton of value out of it. But back to the show. We're excited to speak with Hip Hop Gamer today about hip hop gaming community impact. We'll turn it over to Mario.
What's going on, y'all? Hope all is well. Mario Painted, beautiful Jacksonville, Florida. I got my voice back after rocking and rolling and screaming all weekend at homecoming at TSU. We got the Hip Hop Gamer in the building, man. So introduce yourself, man. It's going to be a great episode.
Yo, what's up, man? It's the go to the game, hip hop gamer, Hot 97 Logitech GAMD. You rocking with the realest, you know what I'm saying? Let's get it popping. Much love to y'all. Thanks for having me on. And you already know, Brooklyn, stand up. Let's get it, baby.
Oh, it's Brooklyn in the house. Okay. Okay. Brooklyn, I was telling you, my mom was born in Queens. You understand? They say Queens get the money.
Yep,
Man,
Queens get the money all day too, son. Word up. You know, New York City, man, birthplace of hip hop. Let's get it.
Hey, Hip Hop, tell that story about you said that your grandma got you introduced to the video games, and I think you had like a life-threatening accident when you were a kid. When you
Yeah.
story, you got to start with that, man.
Yeah, son. So, yo, now real quick, just before I start with the story, like I can't see y'all right now. All I see is rock, paper, scissors. So, can I do something to see y'all or no?
Before we get into that, let's go ahead and get the rock paper scissors going real quick.
Yeah. All right, yeah.
So if you join us for the first time, every episode we have our guest to a 1v1 match with Mario. Get your bets in on who you think is gonna win. It's the first to 10 points. Whoever selects a winner, we're gonna pick one person who selects the winning person, either Mario or Hip Hop, and that person will get a free digital copy of Mario's book, Relax Investor, and a free digital copy of my book, Innovate Gaming and Esports. So get your bets ready. Get those bets in the chat. We'll go ahead and get this first to 10 wins. Let's go.
All right, here we
So,
go.
so now, real quick, there's no cheating. You know what I'm saying? So, real quick,
Nah.
do I gotta push like rock, paper, scissors, or like what am I doing?
Paper, scissors, and then basically both of you pick your card, and then it'll show you who won the round. So he can't see your pick. All he sees is 3 blank cards.
I bet. So I make the pick now, and then it gets revealed.
Pick. When you make your pick, it's gonna show both of you your cards, who picked what you picked, and then either win, you lose, or you draw.
Got it. I bet. Let's go.
Yeah, I picked my first one already. Oh, okay. We got to draw then. All right, we good. We good. Draw. What's going on here with the draws, man? Okay. I took an L. All right. 1-1. 1-1. All right. 2-1. Me. 3-1. Me. Yes. Oh, spoke too soon. So hip hop. So like, I have my own investment firm. So you can actually correlate playing rock, scissors, paper to actually investing in the stock market, believe it or not.
Oh, wow. That's fire.
Yeah. I can't tell you now why I'm trying to beat you, but I can tell you after the fact, though. 6-3. I'm opening up the lead. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
If y'all watching live, get your bets in. We're getting halfway point here in the match.
Yeah.
Let us know in the chat if you think Hip Hop is gonna win or if Mario is gonna win.
All right. 2 more points. Let's get it. One more match point in this thing.
Here we go.
Okay, match point. Boom! And the winner.
Yo, that's hot. That is hot. So I like that.
Yeah.
That's fire. That's fire. I like that.
Yeah. Well, but you're right. You got Mario to the victory. Yeah, man. That's cool. Now, so you can take it off your screen now, man. But so like from an investment standpoint, like when you play rock, scissors, paper, like a person that uses the rock all the time, like they more aggressive. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like music. You know what I'm saying? Person, he left us. He was so upset. I'm upset. He left.
He'll be back.
Yeah. That's funny, man. That is funny. But yes, how many am I? I know I'm better than 500. I might be like every maybe 5 out
Yeah,
of 8
I think,
maybe.
yeah, you definitely got a win streak going. He
Yeah.
joined us back. He joined us back. Hip hop, you back.
Yeah.
Yeah, my bad, son. I exited out the whole joint. My bad, son. It looked
Yeah.
funny like the way it was, but yeah,
Yeah.
yo, bro, real talk. That joint is fire, and I want a rematch. That's all I'm saying. I want a
All right.
rematch.
All right.
Word,
Now we
And
got
hip hop, you can set that up with the kids, man, up in New York. I'll connect you with the dev. He's in Europe. So if you want to do that, man, we'll make that happen.
dope. I love it. But yeah, let's get to it, son.
Yeah. So now I was saying, like, from like an investment standpoint, a person that has like a rock, like they're more aggressive. So when they invest their money either in the stock market or in real estate, they're probably more aggressive. A person who
Mm.
paper, that's like more conservative, you know what I'm saying? So they're probably safer with their investments, safer with their decision making. And a person that's like scissors, like in the middle, because a scissors, like you cut something, but you get smashed too. So, uh, so
Mm.
yeah. But now tell us about your story, man. How'd you get into gaming in the first place?
Now, that was fire. So going back to what Marcus had asked. So the first thing is, if you look right here on my lip, right here,
Yeah.
like I got electrocuted when I
Oh man.
was one. Yeah, so I got electrocuted when I was 1 years old, right? So the story I was told was, like my brother and my sister was fighting over a bike, but it was getting real. It was, and then my grandma's had to stop it and everything. And I happened to get down off the bed or whatever and crawl to a refrigerator cord, and I was like I bit and slobbed a little bit on the uh refrigerator cord, and it electrocuted my lip, and like this part of my lip was gone. You know what I'm saying? So that right there, is crazy, because when I think about life, especially now, you know, I was meant to be here and do something special and do something amazing. And I believe that I am, and I'm living out that dream. So that right there, you know, was powerful for me to learn that story about myself, in terms of my lip. And then on top of that, with my grandma's overall, she's the one who taught me how to play video games when I was 4 years old, because my grandma's, she's a hardcore gamer as well. Like, you know what I mean? Her favorite character ever is Lara Croft, Tomb Raider, in Street Fighter, her favorite character is Borog, you know what I'm saying? And she loved it all, dog. Grand Theft Auto, Mortal Kombat, Bubsy, Donkey Kong Country, all types of stuff. So, and my grandma's used to write her own strategy guides, because she would find things that wasn't in the Prima strategy guides that you would buy. So like my grandma's lit with it, son. So my thing is, in terms of the gaming industry, I always had a sentimental attachment. It was always a sentimental value to me. So when I came into the game industry from a professional standpoint, it meant everything to me. But what I learned and discovered is that it doesn't mean the same to everybody. A lot of people look at it as just a 9 to 5 job. They get their paper and that's it, and to each his own. That's the case. But for me, this is my life. This is my lifestyle. I love it. So I was determined to do my best to be the best. And now they call me to go to the game, baby. And we here. And there's still much more to do and accomplish. But so far, I definitely done things that only I've done, in the space. And I'm just looking to give back the experience and inspire, because I want to see more people do great things. And you can't win by yourself. So let's get it.
Yeah. So how you are able to infuse music and hip hop in gaming?
Easy. I grew up in it. You know what I'm saying? Like growing up, not only was I a fan of hip hop, but when I turned 14, I started making hip hop. Like I was an artist. They used to call me Jackal back in the day. And like I was, like nice even back in the day. Like I had an opportunity to sign a deal with MC Shan and stuff like that, but those things fell through. But I had opportunities and deals and offers, with my brothers and my cousins and stuff like that. So it was crazy. And then in terms of games, the same thing. Like I grew up in that lifestyle, playing the games, create learning about the creation, of games, all of that. So in terms of how I married it as I got older and created the hip hop gamer brand, it started like this. I was watching Adam Sessler and I was also watching this guy named DLB. But there was this dude, Adam Sessler, from G4 Tech TV that I used to watch. And one year, I think it was 2007. This, 2007. It was like a holiday episode and stuff, and I forgot what they was talking about. It could have been Zelda or something, but it didn't feel real anymore. It felt like his voice was compromised by corporations, and I'm like, dang, it's you know what it is. If you see if KRS-One drop an album and it's nothing but auto tune, and he's talking about strip clubs and stuff like that, it's like, this ain't KRS. Like, this ain't it. So
Stop the cap.
you know what I'm saying? Stop the cap for real. So that's how I felt like when I was looking at Adam Sessler. It's like I didn't recognize him anymore after a while. So I'm the kind of person where I'm not gonna complain. I'm gonna create. You know what I'm saying? So I decided to make my own, videos and things of that nature, and talk about what I wanted to talk about in the way that I wanted to talk about it. So when I did that, I got discovered by my man Torrance Davis, and he's the one that gave me the opportunity professionally to come into the gaming industry, because he put my weekly hip hop gamer show on his website, thebitbag.com at the time. And he already been to E3 and back in the 90s. Like, he was already, with it. So my first E3 opportunity was in 2008 through Torrance Davis. And when I went to E3, it was a wrap after that, B, because now I got a chance to learn the business side of the gaming industry when I went to E3. And also I broke a lot of barriers, because nobody expected somebody that looked like me with a big belt, talking street and everything like that, to know the stuff that I knew. Because growing up in the hood, it was always about, oh, if you're a black gamer, then that means you only know NBA Live and Madden and, maybe Street Fighter. But I knew everything, you know what I'm saying? From Akari Warriors to Saturday Night Slam Masters, Final Fantasy, Chrono Trigger, all the games that, like, people will say these are white people games, you know what I mean? So it's like, I love games, bro. I came up on this. So when they learned that and discovered that, and I also knew what I was talking about because I did the research and everything like that, it just put a different eye and perspective on the imagery with the knowledge. And that's how I was able to really make a dent in the gaming industry, and I never looked back, bro.
That's dope. So let's go over the show. So you're creating the show, so you're producing it. So is it more around games, is it more around hip hop? So kind of describe the aspects of the show.
So in terms of the show, is that what you said? Because you was breaking up a little bit. So you was referring to the show, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so the show was definitely more games than hip hop and stuff like that. But the essence of my style and the way I deliver things is all hip hop culture. So even if I wasn't always talking about hip hop, when I speak, it's hip hop. When you look at me, when you listen to me, my style and dress, everything is hip hop. So I didn't have to say it to be it. You know what I mean? I'm it. So when it came to games and stuff like that, I always talked about games in a high fashion, and I always started to get like major interviews from major game developers, where when people saw that, they was like, wait, hold up, like, this dude is serious. Like he's talking to Hideo Kojima. Like, what hip hop gamer doing with Hideo Kojima? Like these are the things that started becoming mind-boggling to a lot of people that was watching, but it was also mind-boggling to me because I never seen that before. And the first time I see it, I'm actually the one doing it. So that was a big moment for me in terms of reflection, because it let me know that I was in an important position that was bigger than just myself. So in terms of my character within doing my shows, it helped me grow as a person, as a man, going through this journey, because now people can see that it's real to them now, that they can make it, that they can be a part of it, and they don't gotta try to fit in or conform in order to make it. Because I'm living proof that you can still be yourself and do your thing and break the barriers. So the Hip Hop Gamer Show was a home. You know what I mean? It was a platform for a lot of gamers to be open, to be honest, to be real, to share their thoughts, and they could do it in a way where they don't have to try to change to fit in. They could be unapologetically them and be heard by people that matter in the industry, that make the industry go round. So yeah, man, I took that to heart. I took that to heart, and that's why my show became big.
Yeah. So let me piggyback off that. So I was watching an interview with DJ Academics a few weeks ago, and he was like the whole hip hop interview was dead. Like people ain't really going like to the source of Vibe any magazines anymore. Like they're doing like other stuff. Like you got like your T-Pains in the world, you know, you interview them, but it's more gaming. T Grizzly's doing the same thing. So like, what needs to happen to have more hip hop artists, you know, go to people like you to talk about gaming, but from a hip hop standpoint?
Yo, bro, I'm gonna tell you honestly what needs to happen. More people need to have less of a fear of what other people think when they start talking about these so-called nerdy things. Because one of the things that happen, especially in the hood, it don't happen as much as it used to, but it still happens. And the thing is, everybody got this concept. Matter of fact, not too long ago, I think this was like last year, it was on the Joe Budden network, but I forgot the name of this girl, but she was like, yo, if I catch my man, you know, playing video games, it's over. Like, you know, all this other stuff. Like she has this such a negative energy towards, you know, grown men that's playing video games or whatever, right? And there was another person that tried to do that too, but my man Chloe Thompson, he had, you know, set the record straight because he was one of the guests on that particular show. But the thing is that connotation that this is corny, this ain't cool. Yeah. A lot of hip hop artists, they carry that. So it's like, if they carrying that, why would they come and be a guest on certain shows that talk about games if they not involved or a part of it, or it's considered negative or corny? So that's one of the issues that we still face, but it's not as bad as it was. And the proof of that is I'm on the Street Fighter 6 album, bro. And not only am I on the Street Fighter 6 album, I helped put it together, and I got Papoose on it. I got Dave East on it. I got my man Buddha and Grands and Mike Cuz. They're the producers of it. I got Sheik Luch and Styles on it. Smoke Dizza, everybody, and they came to Comic-Con. You know, all of these things are changing. My man Graf, all of that. So things is changing, but the more collectively we do it, the better. Like, it'll be nice to see Joe Buttons have somebody like me be a guest on his show, to have these types of conversations in an authentic manner. You know what I'm saying? It'd be nice to be on Vlad, you know, and have these types of conversations and stuff like that. But one of the biggest issues that you see in hip hop media is the same issue that you saw back in the days when Biggie and Pac got killed, where Source and Vibe, everybody's like, let's push this narrative because we're making so much money on the beef that let's keep it going until somebody die. And they both did. So at the end of the day, it's the same thing now that you've seen then. If it ain't about, one of the biggest stories that happened was Adam 22 and his wife having sex with the guy. Yeah. So the thing is, you making money, you glorifying all of this, and it's all over, and all you're doing is investing and supporting dysfunction.
Right.
So, but if that's what's going to get you the bag, then you got people that's like, that I don't want to do it, but that bag different. Yeah. So I'm gonna just do it. And I'm like, do what you do. But my thing is, don't do what you do and then complain about what you've done. Because what you do affects other people too.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So my thing is, I'm the kind of person where if you're going to do something, stand on it and don't complain about the decision and what comes with it. Because what looks good now is the very thing that will look horrible later. So are you sprint or marathon? What you want to do? I'm doing a marathon because it's 2023. I started professionally in 2008. And I'm still here. I'm my own boss. I do what I want to do, and I do it at the highest level. And that alone right there is a game changer, especially nowadays in the gaming industry.
It's you said that like a complaint that people did. I think it was like the Housewives of Orange County like a few months ago about like the producer like getting too drunk and like making them beef. It's like, what sign up for? Like everybody watching Housewives for 15 years, you know what's going on. Like, you made that decision to get the bag and live with the consequences.
Yep. Right. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So that's my whole thing. It's like, that's why when people say certain things, you know, it's so funny how people are so quick to scream, we should do this, or free this person or RIP this. But why do you feel bad about the very message that you push and promote? Because the results of the message that you promote
Yeah.
is this.
Yeah.
But in the midst of promoting that message and you getting your money, you're not thinking about the mother and the father that gotta live with the fact that they 14-year-old is dead because they in the block, they blah blah blah. You know what I'm saying? It don't make any sense. So I don't play that, man. I don't play both sides of the of the field. I took a stand and I live a completely different life. And I just look, man, I love people. You know what I mean? Genuinely, like, I put my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ first in everything I do every day. I put God first. And nobody's perfect. I ain't saying that. What I am saying is, what is your intent with what you do? What is your purpose? Are you being purposeful with everything that you put out? You know what I'm saying? So that's the accountability part when it comes to the culture of hip hop. And if more hip hop outlets had someone like myself and others on it to have these types of discussions, then more people and more kids and others could see the other side of things and the other opportunities of things in the gaming space and beyond, because we're on those platforms that they look at as well.
Yeah, you're right. Like so, the kids, like when I was growing up, we'd be outside playing basketball, playing football. Now kids are inside, but they're on devices, but they're not gaming. They're on Instagram or whatever, like being manipulated, right? So if they can concentrate into gaming, concentrate in the business of gaming, how to develop a game, how to create a game. It's so many people. Like my daughter, like she's on Roblox like crazy, right? So like
Mm.
if you learn the business about Roblox, how to create your own level in
Mhm.
Roblox, and so you can really help people make money, and then stay out of trouble. So to your point, man, like it's definitely decisions that you can make from a gaming standpoint.
Yeah,
It's
absolutely. Absolutely.
interesting too, and hip hop knows this, that the gaming industry is larger than the film and music industry combined. I think it's actually larger than twice the size of the film and music industries combined.
Oh, it's way bigger now. It's not even funny.
Right.
It's dumb right now. And I'm telling you, when GTA 6 dropped, forget about it. And that's all I can say about that. Because people be hitting me up all day, every day about GTA 6. Because like shout out to my man Strauss Zelnick. But I had a meeting with him, and that's all I can say.
So the different point is that what you trying to tell us without telling us?
I
Okay.
ain't say nothing.
We're gonna pull the stock real quick.
I ain't saying nothing. Off camera though, but let's talk.
That's funny. All right. So you ain't gonna be like Alpo on your shirt then and start talking, then are you?
Oh nah, I ain't rocking with the Alpo style. But I am paid in full. I'll say that.
No, that's funny. That's a classic movie. Nah, classic
Thanks.
movie. Yeah. So what do you see gaming like 5 or 10 years from now, right? I mean, so like when I game, of course, but as a kid, really gaming, getting into it, I didn't imagine like mobile devices will kind of take over gaming like it is now. But five, ten
Oh
years
yeah.
from now, what you see gaming?
I mean, in so many places. So the first thing I would say is schools. Like gaming, I see gaming actually being a definitive curriculum in school. And one of the things that I'm working on right now is getting my own school. Like how LeBron James just got his school. I'm
Yeah.
working on a hip hop gamer school right now and stuff like that. Big time, bro. Big time. You know what I'm saying? Like millions and millions and millions of dollars invested. So I'm looking to do that. I'm already about to start comment. It's going to take a while, but I'm going to make that happen. You know what I mean? So, but as of right now, what I am doing is my program Playmakers. I have kids get paid to go to school, play games, learn all this other stuff right now through my program, bro. And so I got like the ROG Ally. I'm the first gamer to bring the ROG Ally into school classrooms. So when you go into the classroom, you got the ROG Allies, the monitors, everything set up is crazy. And then I also got Hip Hop Gamer Studios inside schools as well. And it's important. Well, I mean, I can't tell anybody else what to do, but these things are very important, and it's important to own them. So in my situation, I see a lot of people doing like, college stuff where they got their gaming setups at different colleges and HBCUs, and this is amazing. But at the same time, let's say it's brought to you by Mountain Dew,
Mm,
or brought to you by Kellogg's or something like
yeah,
that. That's
yeah,
great and all for now. The only thing is sometimes these things become sacrificed later on. See what I'm
Right.
saying? Like if you look at like society now, there's a lot of art forms and things in schools that get sacrificed because of the budget or whatever it is. So my thing is you got to have somebody that really come from the culture, that come from that cloth to have ownership in those spots. So those things won't ever get sacrificed. They will always be a part of the curriculum. If reading, writing, and math will always be a part of the curriculum, gaming needs to be just as important and stuff
Mm.
like that. So you gotta. So that's why I went out my way to make sure that what I'm doing with the schools is branded as Hip Hop Gamer. It's under the Grandma's Boy Entertainment business model entity. So it's mine and I control it. Versus if you ain't put up your own money, that joint could be sacrificed at some point if
Right.
if it ain't doing what it's so called supposed to do. You know what I mean? So that's what I think. That's one of the things that I think that's going to happen with gaming is going to become more standard in school, and it's going to be how a lot of kids learn because that's where their engagement is at and their interactivity is at, and that's how they're learning anyway. So that's one thing I see about gaming. The second thing I see about gaming is from a development standpoint, you're going to see uh, a lot more roles like jobs be handled by AI, which means more companies is going to invest in how to control AI, which means you're not going to need as many people anymore to make certain games. So certain teams that would take 700 people to make a certain type of game, that 700 may drop to 400.
Mm.
And not because they're going through a hard time, it's just that the profit margins is going to be so much higher because you
Yeah.
don't need as many people to get the same job done. So that's the second thing that you're going to see in a big way. A lot of the chips that's being made, you know, with the CPUs and the GPUs and the softwares and stuff like that, is going to be so heavily AI driven that you can literally put put a program through the AI and it will produce so many things that you don't even have to actually touch.
Mm.
So that's the third thing that you're going to see. And lastly, something that I strongly believe that you're going to see is gaming and music is going to be more synonymous with each other. Why? Because a lot of gaming is going to start like with AI. A lot of dialogue and a lot of music is going to start being naturally generated through AI. So a lot of artists right now, pay attention. The same way you trademark who you are and your brand and your logo, you have to trademark the digital version of yourself.
Mm.
That's going to be another big thing. Like everything is going to be so virtually done that there's new laws being instilled when it comes to AI and how your likeness is being used and stuff like that. Is the game is changing. So if you don't adapt now, you're gonna be sorry in the next 5 to 10 years.
Mm-hmm. So if we can, and Marcus, please stop me because I'm asking all the questions. So let's talk about the business side because I know you said you set up everything. So while you're in school, you have ownership. Like let everybody know, like that process. How was that process? Was it tedious? Was it pretty easy? Did you have to go through the city, the state, and Fed, or just the city? Like kind of walk through that process about the business
Mhm.
side getting into the schools.
Yeah, it is a tedious process, but when you got the right relationships, it don't have to be as tedious. So the first thing I would tell you with me is shout out to my man Kurt. So Kurt, he was in the schools, but in a different way. You know what I'm saying? Because he was a DOE vendor. So
Okay.
because he's a vendor with the Department of Education, that gives him access to schools on a more partnership driven level and stuff
Right.
like that, and access to funding and capital in a different way. So he taught me how to do that part. So I did it. And now, so one of the things that you want to do, shout out to my partners over at OSG, which stands for Off School Grounds, and my man Dennis McKeezy, he's the CEO that runs that nonprofit. But it's a team of hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of principals in all their schools globally that you can get into. So what you
Mm.
do is you would apply for a DOE vendor number and you have to have your business and stuff right. So if you have an LLC and it's been in business for at least a year and stuff like that, then you can put your business through the DOE. And whatever your business is, it could be catering, it could be gaming, or it could be financial literacy, whatever it is. They have a tab for that, and then it goes through the system. And then after it goes through the system, they in a couple of months they give you a vendor number, and that vendor number will allow you to for the schools to place bids on who they want to come to their school and do business with. And then once you get a bid and they accept your school and you build the proper relationship with them, then now you're in that school, and you're in that school, you're getting paid and everything is great. Now, to take things further though, to take it to the next level, you're going to want to get your MBE certification. So I'm a minority business enterprise, right? So because I'm certified, that allows me to do business with all the big corporations. And what they don't tell you is that legally, corporations have to work with your business.
Yeah.
So UPS, Walmart, Best Buy, all these type of companies, you got something that they need, they're gonna continue to give you big amounts of money, because you're helping society with your program, you're hiring people, you're doing good for the city. And the government needs the city to thrive. So if you have something that helps the government, they're going to keep funding you. Period. It's crazy. So that's another thing that you're going to want to do as well. And it's tedious, but when you do it, yo, it's next level. And this is why I tell a lot of content creators, one of the worst things about a lot of content creators now is that you got so many content creators doing two big mistakes. One, you got a lot of content creators always trying to compete for the same dollar. So if Razor got a budget for influencers, and you got all these influencers trying to compete for the same budget, it ain't gonna be much left.
Right.
Period. And a lot of these companies that's doing all the recruiting for influencers, they're not even paying attention to you. They paying attention to your numbers and stuff like that. They don't even care about you.
Right.
Yeah.
But one of the reasons why they don't care about you is because you don't care about you. Want to know why? Because every time you post something or you do something, you brag or always show your numbers. You put your numbers before yourself. So you're training the businesses and you're training the corporations on how to deal with you. See what I'm saying? So the very thing that they don't like is their fault. You see what I'm saying? Because they put their numbers before who they are. You know what I'm saying? So with me, I got millions of people that pay attention to me, but I don't like my Instagram or whatever. If you look, I don't got 1 million followers on Instagram, but it don't matter. You want to know why? Because I could pick up the phone and get access to people like Oprah. You understand me? So you will talk about value. My presence is a present. You see me, you see what I'm doing. So obviously, how did I do that? Like, you know what I mean? The character is your currency, and I got that trademark. But it's important to know that character is your currency. The value will always be within who you are. I don't care how much business you do or whatever. My value is in you. Who are you? You know what I'm saying? And from there, we build. If I can't rock with you, what we talk about? So that's one of the biggest issues that I got, like, with a lot of content creators. And then the second thing, aside from competing for the same dollar and stuff like that, another thing that a lot of content creators do that's like bad is that they don't take time out to learn the actual business to put themselves in a position to be self-sufficient. So when I'm like somebody like myself, right? I'm much more than an influencer, like way more. So if I'm talking to Samsung, or if I'm talking to my people over at Logitech or whatever it is, I'm not talking to them like how an average influencer will talk to them. You know what I'm saying? And I help make them money. They don't just pay me stuff. I help make them money. We make money together. And you know what else? I invest too. So the risk and the reward is collective.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like how we moving, what we doing? Because when you move like a boss and you do things like that, guess what you get? You get access to information. Think about it. If you're just an influencer There's certain things that you don't need to know.
Mm.
You need to know what I tell you that pertains to you. Me, I need to know everything because I'm a
Right.
part of everything. So what we doing? And the more and more I get the information, the more and more I learn how to continue to build out. So when I look at Samsung or when they look at me, they looking at an equal versus somebody that's above them or beneath them.
Right.
Right. Hey,
Yeah.
can
So
we
yeah,
step back real quick and talk about that process to get MBE certified? Because that's something I still got to get done myself before the end of the year, so I can be right for 2024. I've been trying.
got you.
Every time I go through that process, I get right there and like, it's not like you said, it's a process, right? So can
Yeah.
you break that down so folks who are listening, if they want to get that certification, they know how?
Yeah, you're gonna want to get that certification. So what you're gonna want to do is, so I got my certification through the Port Authority of New York and New Jersey. So you're gonna want to go to the website. I think it's panyj.com or something like that, but you could Google it. So
Okay.
what you're gonna do is when you go there, it's gonna tell you like apply for certification. So when you go to apply for certification, it's gonna let you know all the documents that you're gonna need. That's the tedious part, the documents. So for example, right? Let's say it costs $1,000 for you to start your business. They gonna want to see the invoice that you use to get that done. You know what I'm saying? Two, your bank account. They're gonna need a bank signature card. So you gotta go to your bank to get a bank signature card so they can
Yeah.
see that as well. You know what I'm saying? Then your business, you got to be 51% or higher owner if it's a joint business, or if it's just you and it's 100%. Great, you got to do that. You know, then they have these amendments that you got to fill out. It's pretty fairly easy though, but they have amendments that you got to fill out as well. Then you also have your taxes that you have to file like 2 years 2 years worth of taxes so they can see those statements for like 2021, 2022, and then you good.
Right.
And there's a lot of things like that, a lot of documents. But when you got your documents in a row and everything is right, then once you submit it, they're gonna look it over. And if it's right, they push it through, and then maybe like in like a month and a half, you'll get that letter. And it says MBE certified. Once you get that, game changed. Like the game is over. Because they ain't looking at your followers. They ain't looking at your subscribers. They looking at what can you do with your program to help out society. Like with right now, I'm gonna keep it a buck with you, son. Let's say you got a construction company or whatever it is, right? JFK right now is being redeveloped. Guess what the budget is for JFK? $19 billion. So if you want a piece of that and you got your joint set up, they will cut you. They was like, yo, here's $5 million. Take care of this. You want to put like a gaming setup inside of JFK and they feel it's valuable. Here, take 3 million, build it. Easy.
Yeah.
Yo, bro, yo, dog. It's crazy to me. And what bugs me out is like people take so much time and due diligence building everybody else's stuff. And I'm look, if you're not an entrepreneur, that's fine. I ain't forcing you to do that. You don't have to do that. You know what I'm saying? What I am saying is based on certain complaints that I hear, the work ain't matching up to the complaints that I hear. And I tell anybody that. That's why a lot of people don't want me on certain panels or certain things because they know I'm gonna tell the truth. Who gonna stop me? You see what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, and I'm gonna tell you that with love. I'm not an a-hole. I'm gonna always tell you with love, but I care. I want to see everybody grow and do amazing things. But I just don't like when everybody be complaining like somebody ain't nobody owe you nothing. Get out of here, B. So that's what I'm saying.
Right.
Yeah.
Appreciate that.
Now I can definitely attest. I went through that
That
process.
deserves a chain spin. That deserves a chain spin.
Change, man. They spinning. Nah, like
Bad.
spinners. Oh, 3-6 style. So yeah, so I actually got I had to get certification here where I'm in Jacksonville. They had they had like a pitting attack the school system. That's like 6 deal like kind of build school. And like one of the construction companies that I co-own, we have a water management system. So we was able to basically apply for the funding of that. So that with a test, you definitely are able to help and be competent at the same time. So yeah, I would strongly recommend.
So I was trying to hear every other word you were saying. I don't know why it was breaking up, bro. I didn't get a chance to hear everything. Can you shorten that question so I could be able to answer it properly? Because I couldn't hear everything.
Now, when it was a state, I was saying I went through the process myself in Jacksonville, and
Oh, okay,
yeah,
got you,
yeah,
got
yeah,
you,
yeah,
got you.
yeah, and like the school system here, they got like a $6 billion infusion from like a penny and a half tax that we had over the next 3 years. So I went through the certification with one of the stormwater companies that co-own. To your point, yes, it's definitely when you have that certification, a lot more doors are open because you talk
Facts.
about government, right? So you talk about government, they got the money, they gonna print the money. You know what I'm saying? So
This is
it's
what I'm saying. Yo, bro,
yeah,
bro, you already know what I'm talking about. You know what's
yeah,
so funny? In New York, right? The budget for New York, just education alone, the budget is $34 billion
wow,
for education alone in New York City. I've been telling mad people, like a lot of content creators as well, like do research on your own city. What is the budget to keep your city thriving? And what does your city need to thrive? What do you love to do? And what do you love to do that can be beneficial to the city that you're in? Like,
mm,
dog, there's no way that somebody, even with a little bit of influence, shouldn't be self-sufficient in what they love to do so they can make things happen. So if Samsung turn you down, so do it without them. See,
right,
what I do is when I'm talking with people and businesses, I got great ideas, they got great ideas, but there's only one hip hop gamer. So everything that I do, I play to my strengths. There's things that I can do that nobody else could do.
yeah,
Period. Nobody. I'm a one of one. Marcus, you're a one of one. You know what I'm saying? Like you have one of one. So at the end of the day, what is it that you do that nobody else can do, at least do like you? And how do you apply that to something that's valuable for everybody to benefit from? Because if it only benefits you, then that's whack. That's weak. Like that's a sucker move if it only benefits you. But if you're doing something that benefits you, but also by default benefits other people, now you're growing the very thing that you're in, and it's only going to scale, and you're going to see more from it anyway.
very true.
So
Very
yeah,
true.
and then on top of that, dog, you start getting in the rooms with people that you didn't even know existed, but make all the decisions.
Right.
Like one thing that I learned on the red carpet, like interviewing people like Kevin Hart and interviewing what's the name? Who I just had on Tiana Taylor and Nicolas Cage and all these people. One thing that I learned being on the red carpet so much is don't focus on the talent only. Who's that person's publicist? Who's that person's sister or brother? Who with them? Who with her? Who? Like, you know what I mean? I want to know that. Because there's always someone or something or some machine behind the result that you're looking at.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean?
Right.
So I focus on what makes things work. I'm an executioner, bro. So
Nah,
yeah.
yeah, I can attest that. Right behind me, right there, I was in Forbes magazine.
You said Forbes magazine?
Yeah, he recently got published on Forbes magazine.
Word!
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Man, I'm breaking up.
Salute, baby.
I'm breaking up. Now,
Chain spin, baby. Chain spin on that, son.
Now, I was saying it was because of relationship though with my publicist. So you know, what I'm saying they knew a person, they wanted to do a story about an African American and kind of what I thought about the stock market for the this rest of the year. And they picked up the phone, and the rest is history. So now to your point, man, it's definitely about relationships, man. Definitely about
Yep. Now
relationships.
check this out, right? You on Forbes, right? Just being in Forbes comes with a certain standard and it speaks for itself.
Yeah,
Changes the conversation, everything. So imagine you go somewhere and yeah, this person may have 1 million followers, right? That's great. But you doing business with people, you're seeing with people, you in Forbes. It's like, wait, hold up. Like, let me talk to this person real quick. See what I'm saying?
Nah,
All of a
facts.
sudden, what happened to the subscribers? What happened to now? I'm not saying those things don't matter. Don't get it twisted. I'm not saying they don't, but I think too many people put too much stake in them. You wanna know why? Because if you got 1 million followers, I could find somebody else that got 1 million followers.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But you ain't gonna find any and every old body in no Forbes.
Yeah.
So you gotta understand. You know what I'm saying, Marcus? Like you gotta understand the the actual technicality of the value that you bring into the table. Because when you in a room, you want to be able to say things that only you can say, versus you saying anything that anybody can say. Then you be looking replaceable.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean,
So I imagine all these interviews and things of that nature, you built relationships. So tell people like important relationships, kind of what probably sets you apart, building relationships as the hip hop gamer, just like another person who does content by itself. So what's the importance of relationships? How do you leverage that as a hip hop gamer?
yeah. Well, for me, like I don't ask nobody for nothing. I always ask what people need.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? I don't ask nobody for nothing, bro. Now, let me tell you something so this don't get twisted. We all need help. So do I need help? Yeah, of course. I do ask for help when I need it. Don't get me wrong. But what I mean is I don't approach people with the intent on getting something from them.
Mm.
I approach people with the intent of, yo, you doing something dope. How can I be of service? Because I love what you got going on. And then I approach it from a family standpoint. So my thing is, who are you? Meaning, like if I can't have that brotherly love or that like that brother sister type of love and have that within the relationship of the business and everything that we trying to build, then it ain't worth it to me. The reason why is because if we only as good as the money, then we good when we up, but it's bad when we down. Nah, B, I don't rock with nobody like that. I don't care. Like I genuinely care about people. That's what people understand. When I tell you that, like I'm a Christian, I follow Jesus Christ. Like you got a lot of evil things that happen in the world. I get it. You know what I'm saying? But all this stuff is gonna pass away. I have an eternal life to look forward to. So that's a whole different situation. But the point I'm trying to make is I genuinely care about people. So I want to know what your goal is personally, what your goal is company wise. How can I be a servant? You know, for that, and we just build and rock out. Keep it simple, and whatever happens, happens. And that's how, yo, dog, I'm gonna tell y'all, I'm gonna keep it a butt with y'all. I had a major meeting today, 2 major meetings today. One dealing with the NFL and another one dealing with Chase Bank. Now I'm already partnered with Chase Bank. So people can talk about the followers all they want. I'm partnered with Chase Bank.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say that again. People can talk about the followers all they want. 1 million followers or $1 million? What we talking?
Yeah. I got Chase Sapphire card, man. So yeah, run it up.
You know what I'm saying? Come on, bro. I got the ink. I got the ink on mine.
Yeah,
Come on, B. So the point
yeah.
I'm trying to say, is just the business call that I had today. The lady was so enthused about me from email before we even spoke on the phone. Because on the email, I'm like, yo, what's going on? Yo, this joint is fire. Love you. We got to talk, yo, because this is crazy. Then we got on the phone, and I'm like, yeah, what's going on? Blah, blah, blah. She was like, yo, Chase Bank.
Yeah.
And they like, yo, blown away. And they was like, yo, you know what? Whatever you need, let's go. Boom, boom. So now, very soon, I got a whole bunch of kids getting their money deposited in their newly formed bank accounts with Chase. And now after that, we have business, bro. I got to set up with my program at schools where I got kids having business meetings with business owners and other like celebrity people, and Chase Bank themselves. I got kids as young as 5 years old having business meetings with big time people.
That's dope.
Because I want them to understand I want them to grow up learning and understanding how money works so they can have, be able to have more freedom to do better things instead of feeling stuck and stranded and then feel like they got to revert to the hood and revert to the streets to make a living.
Yeah.
So I'm eliminating all of that. Because one thing I like to do, bro, in my business model, I like to eliminate excuses. I don't like when people be talking about what they can't do or what they don't got or this person did this. Stop it. Stop it. You want to do something, let's make it happen. If you're gonna complain, you don't really want it. You're just looking for somebody that you could guilt trip, that you could get something from. Come on, bro. I know how this goes, son. So yeah.
Yeah, nah, that's awesome. And you're helping kids too. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you help one kid to make a consistent around the system, like you get an impact on society.
Facts, man.
We got
Facts. It
Sean
means a
showing
lot
up.
to me.
Sean showed up in the audience. Thanks, Sean. We see you, man. We appreciate your support, Sean Berry.
Oh, word? Yo, Sean, my dude. What's going on, baby? Yo, Sean, what's up, baby? Love you, dog. You already know what it is. Yo, Sean, yo, I gotta come see you out in DC, son. I did not forget, man. We got things to do, Metro. You already know what it is, bro. I gotta call you, son. Miss you, man. Word up. You lucky I'm on my phone right now. If we was doing the interview and I was on the computer, I would have called them on the phone right now and be like, yo, what up, son? I would have brought him in.
I hear
Word.
about him. All right.
Yeah, he's good.
Gotta get Sean on the next episode then.
Yeah, Sean. We'll bring you on the show for a future episode, man. We running a little low on time. You know, we've got another 10 minutes or so. Want to make sure we get some questions answered. You shared a ton of insights. So if anybody you got questions about anything that hip hop talked about, or the work that he's doing in the communities, how he's connecting gaming with impact, or financial literacy questions for Mario. Mario, if you wanted to share a stock, so people can understand how that all plays into the game.
Facts, Mario. We need that.
Yeah. Now, that's a good conversation, man. Well, I got me. So we interview. I got a question. Can you, Mr. You know what I'm saying, Mr. Hip Hop himself? So your favorite artist?
My favorite artist?
Give me a top 5. Jada says top 5 to the line. What's your top 5?
Like, so 5 artists that I really like, really like. Eminem, hands down. Eminem is like the GOAT to me. Like his ability as an artist is just ridiculous. So Eminem, definitely. So now, question: are you talking about just overall body of work artistry, or are you talking about straight lyrics, or like is there a criteria here, or just favorite artist period?
Nah, overall, but no Pac, no Biggie, because like they in the world of themselves, like, you know what I'm saying. So we ain't gonna say Pac and Biggie because they
got it. Okay,
already,
so I would go with, so in terms of just overall, I would definitely go with Eminem.
Okay,
I'm gonna go with DMX. I'm gonna go with Jay-Z. I'm gonna go with 50 Cent. And that last one, when I think about a body of work overall, as of right now, to be fair, the only reason why I'm gonna go with Snoop. The reason why I'm gonna go with Snoop, because if we basing this on just a body of work and everything, longevity and stuff like that, because I was leaning towards LL, but the reason why I go with Snoop over LL, not because Snoop is better, it's not that. Snoop has been able to exist as himself in every single medium that he touches, and I can relate to that. So I'll give you example what I mean. As when I go to the New York Stock Exchange, I didn't have to wear a suit and all this other stuff and conform to they wound up conforming to me. And that's not easy. That's not an easy thing to do. But when you are blessed and you got a gift and it needs to be seen and it needs to be shown, then a lot of things you can override when you're that good. Like when you can override a lot of things and change a lot of things, honestly, when you're that undeniable. And Snoop to me was just undeniable in more fields than any other artist to me. So that's why I put Snoop there. And you know, guys, show love to the West Coast too. So yep.
Yeah. You know, I have these not arguments, but these conversations all the time about 50. Like 50 like just came in and like blew the doors open, but he had like this 2 really albums though. Like, I mean, you think about like Jada Kiss and Nas, like they have like a body of work. So why 50 over Kiss, over Nas? Like, I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, Get Rich or Die Trying, one of the best albums of all time. I mean, can nobody deny that? I understand that, but like, I mean, that's really it though. Like, Nas has had decades. Kiss has had decades of just hit after hit after hit, man. I mean, I don't get it. I mean, again, nothing is a 50.
Let me ask you a question.
If 50, if you do a power spin off about, a person who got their own ETF on the stock market like I do, I would love to be a part of that. You know what I'm saying? But
yo, 50 is bigger than just hip hop and artistry. We talk about a body of work. Like, there's places in the world that don't even know who Nas is right now.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
50 is known globally.
Yeah.
50 got 2 diamond albums. Nas has none. What are we talking about?
Yeah.
And then you don't just say 2 albums, because 50 got albums and he got mixtape. Crazy. Like, you talking about a body of work.
And the video game.
And there's a lot of people. There's a lot of people that got a lot of albums. Just because you have a lot of something doesn't mean they're great.
Yeah.
What did Jay-Z say? You had a 1 hot album every 10-year average. Don't get me started, bro. I know my hip hop. I love Nas, but you know what's very interesting when it comes to Nas? Everybody always still to this day revert back to Illmatic. You know what I'm saying?
Great album.
Great album. One of the best albums ever made. So the point I'm trying to say is Nas got a lot of albums. A lot. But they don't hit like Illmatic does. You know what I'm saying? And now with the King disease, he's really been going off lately. You know what I mean?
Right.
So he's doing his thing. But the point I'm trying to make is 50 right now is taking music from mixtapes to mainstream albums and is touring 20 years later, selling out stadiums worldwide. What other artists can do that besides Eminem?
I don't know if Nas do that worldwide.
Exactly. So what are we talking about? Because at the end of the day, I would say a body of work, and impact is a reflection of that work.
Yeah.
So I'm telling you, right now, when you look at 50 and everything he's been able to, if we talking just straight music and music only and lyrics and stuff like that, Nas is a better lyricist than 50. I ain't talking about that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But what I will say is this: 50 has done things that other people can't say. For example, Snoop had the title as best debut hip hop album ever until 50 came through and took that title.
Now he came in like a tornado. Now I agree. I like I said, I mean, Get Rich or Die Trying, you can play front to back. You know what I'm saying? Like now you can. So I understand that, but I just, I don't know. Man. That was just me. I don't know.
No, I respect it. Look, I'm a journalist. I'm a debater, bro. So my goal is not to be right against you. My goal is to make people see my point of view over yours. And you know what I'm saying? And seeing my point of view is easier to see. I'm gonna tell you why. Because if I tell you something that my guy can do that your guy has never done and can't do.
Well, Nas has sold out many tours. I mean, Nas game way longer than 50. You know what I'm saying? And to your point, Nas has actually birthed himself. Like, only artists can do that. He had Stillmatic, you know what I'm saying? Illmatic, the whole situation with Jay-Z, then birthed itself all over again with King's disease. And think about football. I mean, he is like, he's king of crypto. Like, he's so much with Bitcoin. You know, he's ring. You know, the doorbell ring. You know, he's investing in that. So, I mean, you know, he's had some impact too.
Nas is incredible. I'm talking about your statement.
Yeah.
Like you said, in terms of body of work, and you said Nas got this album. 50 just got Get Rich or Die Trying. So what I'm saying is, if that's the way you feel, then that point doesn't work for you, because if one album from 50 can destroy Nas's entire career, that don't look good for you. Think
Well,
about it.
so we can say the thing about Nelly there. Like Nelly went diamond twice. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we ain't talking about Nelly right now, where's we? Nelly was in a movie. You know what I'm saying?
Now, but like this. Now we talk about, now I'm glad you brought that up. See, we talk about impact though. So we talk about impact. Can Nelly do what 50 is doing right now? Sell out tours in Croatia and all these other places. They don't even know him out there like that. What are we talking about?
I mean, but you have vocal, you had the about G, you know, it's just,
bro, you know what's crazy about your argument? You know what's crazy about your argument is 50 Cent been hot since he came out till current. Kid Capri, I was just with Kid Capri. No, he has. 50 has been hot since 2003, even before 2003, because back in 99, ever since Jay-Z said, I'm about $1, what the is 50 Cent? Since How to Rob, 50 has been hot since How to Rob. When I mean hot, I'm not talking about he put out an album and each album did this. I'm talking about being relevant to the culture, whether it's from interviews, business deals, whatever. Jay-Z has been hot since 96. Like, these is people that's been hot since LL Cool J, been hot since the 80s. Like, these people been hot forever. Kid Capri, I was just with him. I had him on my show. Kid Capri has been hot for 37 years. It's one thing to get somewhere. It's another thing to maintain it. So let me ask you, because you know stocks, right? So I'm going to use your business model to talk about this, right? If you make a lot of money, right, in 2023, if you made $1 million, right, this year in stocks, right?
Yeah.
And in 2033, you make like nothing. Like, you made your money in 2023, but throughout all the rest of the years, you make nothing.
Right.
And then you got somebody else that makes crazy money, and every year they doubling and tripling and quadrupling all the way up to that 10-year mark that we just said.
Yeah.
The first year, you probably had the leg up, but they are consistent, maintaining what they did that first year. So do you want to maintain, or do you just want to hit that moment one time?
Nah, you want to maintain, of course.
All right, then. So when you talk about maintaining, who has maintained better in terms of impact globally when it comes to 50 and Nas or anybody? What are we talking about here? So that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So if you agree that you would rather maintain than to just have that moment, then you agree with what I'm saying. Because 50 was able to have a moment in 2003 and maintain that same moment all the way 20 years later.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this, because this is called the Final Lap Tour with 50, right? The Final Lap Tour. Nas right now, when you look at the concerts that Nas do, look how many people. Now, Nas recently sold out the Garden by himself. That was huge, right? Now, that's a moment, right? That's big, right? 50 sells out places that's way bigger than the Garden, and he sells out the Garden, and he does it by himself everywhere across the world.
Yeah. Look, I'm not denying 50. I'm just telling you from my point of view. You know what I'm saying, from a music standpoint, like that, that's why I rock with Nas. But again, Get Rich or Die Trying, and that's actually a good conversation. Like, you know, what was the better album, just period? You know, Illmatic or Get.
I'm not choosing. I don't know. I can't choose. That's hard. So they both.
That's my point. That's
both too
point.
good.
Yeah.
Like, you can't skip a track on none of them. Like they're both classic albums. Like you can't go wrong with, like, you know, like, are you kidding me? Like, what? They're both great. They're both
Yeah,
great. I'll just leave it at that.
yeah. It's like a different feel. Like listening to Matic going through the track. It's like you feel different compared to like, Get Rich or Die Trying, but it's still great music. You know what I'm saying?
Great music, man.
Yeah, great.
So
We talk about, man, we be here all night talking about
we'll be
this,
all
man.
night, but not. I think that was a great segment.
Yeah,
So we gotta clip that. We gotta clip that. That was a great segment.
We'll send it over to you.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So, man, thanks so much for your time, Hip Hop. Before we go, two things. One, can you let us know from our guest tonight who wins a digital copy of Mario's book and a digital copy of my book? Right, we already awarded earlier for somebody who picked. I think who was that? Who won? Wilbur picked Mario in the rock paper scissors, so he won digital copy. And then you get to pick our next winner. And then before we go, let us know where people can support you, where they can find you, what you got going on between here and the end of the year.
All right. So I ain't gonna front. I'm looking at the chat right now. I don't want to I want to say Sean, but that'd be cheating because I know him, so I'm not gonna do that.
And Sean's already in my book, so he already has a copy.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And Luke, and my man Luke, he said he's enjoying the devil's advocate of this, which means he was enjoying what Mario was bringing to the table. So I can't go with him. But Cheryl, she was talking about the Power television franchise. I'm all about that power. I am powerful. And, Cheryl, she's the queen. You know what I'm saying? She's the queen. So, Cheryl, what up? You get that, baby. What up, baby? You got that. Got to spin a chain for Cheryl. You know what I'm saying? Let's get it, baby. Word up.
So let us know, man. Where can people connect with you? Support you. How can they support the movement?
Got you. So with me, man, the best way to support me, dog, honestly, tell more people about what I'm doing, and you can see what I'm doing if you just Google my name, Hip Hop Gamer. Everything will pop up. I'm on all the platforms. You can literally Google me, and it'll come up in the Google index, and you see everything that I'm doing. Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, PlayStation Network, Steam, everywhere. It's all the same name, Hip Hop Gamer. My name is trademarked. It's official. So, it's mine. It's me. And let people know about what I got going on and what I'm doing. I think that would be very helpful because I'm somebody that's reactionary, meaning that if you look at VR, I could tell you about it, but until you experience it, you're not going to really understand the impact that VR will have. So I'm like that. Like, I'm somebody that you could hear about me, but when you experience me, you understand like why I am who I am and why I do what I do, where I'm at. So the more people get a chance to do that, that helps. So please just let people know about what Hip Hop Gamer is doing. And I think that'd be perfectly fine for me. And you said it was something else that you told me to do, Marcus. My bad.
Oh no, you picked the winner. You let us know how we can support you. So
I bet. Yeah. So on that note, make sure y'all check me out. You know what I'm saying? On the 660, nationally syndicated. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you check me out on Hot 97. Every day is going down, baby. Check me out on the New York Stock Exchange with Get Money Gamers. You know what I mean? And there's more to come. I can't talk about yet, but there's more to come. So get ready. And also check me out on the Street Fighter 6 album. It's out right now. I did the intro and it's fire. Let's get it, baby.
We'll keep it tuned, man. We appreciate that. Mario, where can everybody support you? What you got going on?
Now I'm just happy, man. I'm just happy. I still like Nas though, but that's a whole other conversation.
Yeah, no, I love Nas too. Because I like, I love Nas too, bro.
Yeah. But now y'all can hit me up on my just Google Mario Payne, Mario MAROPY. Just Google got pop up. You can our Instagram, of course. Painful Profits, PYEUL Profits. When you make money, it can be painful profits. But now definitely hit help. We got to talk offline too, man. Again, your books and forms. We lost our ETF for the stock market last year, so definitely see how we get, man.
That's what's up. And then next week we have Marie Ablaza. She is one of the recruiters for Netflix Games, so she'll be our guest next Thursday. So y'all definitely join us in next week. Again, Hip Hop, thanks for your time. Before we go, make sure you check out this link in the comments. on scrolling at the bottom, bit.ly/game driven brand growth. I did a free course of training on how to leverage video games to reimagine your brand engagement, right, with your employees and your customers, right? Remember 20 years ago, nobody was talking about social media, the value it could bring to a brand. Now everybody's doing that. Today, 2/3 of Americans play video games regularly. From Gen Alpha all the way to baby boomers, right? You need this as part of your strategy. I've made this for you for free. Check out bit.ly/game driven brand growth. And thank you for your time. We'll see you again next week. We will help you level up your wealth. Peace.